So there's something to be said about being rich and famous, but there's a whole lot more to be said if you're rich, famous, and still not old enough to rent a car in all 50 states. When you're growing up super rich, you have a completely different experience than those of us outside of the 1%. Some people don't make it out on the other side, but luckily all of the stars on this list still qualify to be on their parents' health insurance. Today we're taking a look at how all of our favorite musicians, models, and YouTube stars make their millions. And we broke it down for you in a quick and simple guide of our top richest celebrities under the age of 25, right here on Listed. First up, and probably the most obvious person on this list, is Kylie Jenner, who became the youngest self-made billionaire earlier this year as told by Forbes. And a large portion of her wealth comes from Kylie Cosmetics, which Kylie started in 2015. Back in the early days, she just sold lip kits online for $29 a pop. And they were almost impossible to get. But now, less than 4 years later, people are lined up outside of Ulta Beauty whenever she drops a new palette. Her products hit physical shelves for the very first time last November. She celebrated the occasion by going down to Houston to take selfies with her fans. The partnership with Ulta means that her products are in over 1,000 stores across the country. It also means that she is raking in a lot more money and accessibility. In the first 6 weeks that her products were in stores, Kylie Cosmetics sold around $54.5 million worth of product. So Kylie's come a long way since the early days of Lip Kit by Kylie, and yes, her family's money helped too. But comparatively, her $100 million is just a drop in the hat of Kylie Cosmetics' estimated $900 million value. Because on top of Kylie's cosmetics and skincare lines, Kylie also has her modeling gigs, her SponCon, a clothing line or two, and plenty of other business ventures. But you know who's even more rich than Kylie Jenner and also way younger? Blue Ivy. Okay, so yes, most of her money comes from her famous parents, Beyonce and Jay-Z. Beyonce and Jay-Z, who combined are worth over $1 billion. Earlier this year, Jay-Z became the first hip-hop billionaire. That is, the first person in hip-hop to be worth $1 billion. And that fortune is eventually going straight to his kids. But in the meantime, I'd just expect Blue's net worth to skyrocket. Because at 7 years old, she's already making money from Brown Skin Girl, Beyonce's song that she was featured on. I mean, she already has her own Spotify artist page, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see more stuff from her at some point in the next few years. No rush though. She should take her time to enjoy her childhood and that stack of cash she's sitting on, because she could live her whole life comfortably and not do a damn thing at this rate. But you know another 8-year-old who works for their money? Ryan from Ryan's Toy Review. According to Forbes, he was one of the highest paid YouTubers of 2018. He made $22 million that year and is expected to make even more this year. In March, he attended the Kids' Choice Awards with his parents and was brought on stage by DJ Khaled. Last August, he introduced Ryan's World, a line of toys that at first could be bought exclusively at Walmart.
If you're trying me, let's do it. What? It's Ryan's voice.
But the line has since been picked up by both Target and Amazon. And toys aren't the only thing he's putting out. Mums and dads out there will be happy to know that Ryan also has a child-friendly line of toothbrushes and toothpaste. Honestly, what better way to get your kids excited about personal hygiene? This kid is a genius. And who knows what else Ryan will dabble in when he gets older, because he can't do toys forever. But then again, that's what people said about Jojo Siwa's bows, and she's made a whopping $10 million partially because of those signature hair accessories. And that's what makes her next on our list. That and her music career, and her YouTube channel, and her deal with Nickelodeon. Oh yeah, and she also has a line of toys at Walmart. In total, Jojo has accrued an estimated $12 million since she first began her career in 2014. Let that sink in for a minute. She first started on Abby Lee Miller's Ultimate Dance competition and soon followed up on Dance Moms. She did her first YouTube video in early 2015 doing a Q&A for her fans.
At dance_moms_fam asked, what actor or singer is your favorite? My favorite singer is Miley Cyrus, hands down.
You can see just how much her videos have changed over the years. She built an empire out of them. Following her success on Abby Lee's Ultimate Dance Competition, Jojo released her first single, I Can Make You Dance, followed by Boomerang. The music video for Boomerang got almost 750 million views and catapulted Jojo to tween stardom. Since then, Jojo has been in 2 movies and struck a deal with Nickelodeon. A lot of Jojo's funds come from the merch that she sells, which Nickelodeon has helped her to make, like of course her signature bows. And if you've ever seen any of her videos, you've seen the impressive collection of merch that she has.
Oh, literally no freaking food. Bunch of useless things that are not helpful at all when you're starving.
She also continues to make music and is currently touring across America and the UK on her dream tour. And the next person on our list is no stranger to touring or the UK. He's young, he's wealthy, and he's hot AF. It's Harry Styles. At 25 years old, Harry just barely makes the list. But with a net worth of over $75 million, he is plenty qualified. Most of Harry's money comes from his time as the frontman of One Direction, and his solo career didn't hurt either. He is worth the most out of the rest of the One Direction guys, with Niall trailing behind him at $58 million, which is still nothing to scoff at. But right now we're talking about our man Harry, and how he's built a fortune outside of the music world as well. In 2017, he had a role in Dunkirk, which was one of the top grossing box office hits of that year. Oh, and I don't know if you've noticed, but the fashion world loves him. And I mean, like, really loves him. He was the face of not 1, but 2 Gucci campaigns. And Gucci will pay a pretty penny for a face like Harry's. I mean, who wouldn't? Not to mention, Harry currently has his LA home on the market and is looking to cash in around $7.5 million for it. He has 2 other homes as well, one in New York and one in London. The next person on our list also hails from New York. Gigi Hadid might have come from money, but it's what she does with it that matters. At just 24 years old, she's known as one of the biggest supermodels of our generation. And she's everywhere. If you're throwing a fashion show, Gigi will be there. Tiny sunnies on, tiny purse in hand. Gigi started modeling at just 2 years old for Baby Guess, which is like Baby Gap, but bougie. She took a break from 1997 to 2011 to focus on school and then picked it up again post-puberty. Gigi is worth around $29 million and came in 9th place of the top 10 highest paid models of 2018. Most of her money comes from the many high-profile campaigns that she does, including Versace, Prada, Marc Jacobs, Fendi, and a whole lot more. She's also partnered with big brands like BMW and Vogue Eyewear to rake in even more cash. And all of her famous family and friends certainly just help to add to the net worth of young Gigi. In fact, one of her friends is the next person on this list, and the highest paid besides Kylie and Blue Ivy. Justin Bieber has made a name for himself unlike any other. 10 years ago, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing one of his songs like Baby, and now things aren't much different. He had a real rags to riches story, growing up middle class in Canada. By the time he was 13, Justin was signing onto a major label thanks to Scooter Braun. And as they say, the rest was history. He's the highest grossing artist born after 1990, and is constantly breaking his own records of highest selling singles and tours. 10 years after the start of his career, Justin is worth an estimated $265 million. A lot of that comes from his tours, some of the biggest and most exhausting around. That all started young too. His 2011 concert documentary, Never Say Never, earned him around $73 million. That is definitely a lot of money. But you know what's priceless? Unknowingly meeting your future wifey and her dad at your concert doc. But that's enough from me. I want to hear from you guys. Know anybody else who should have been on this list? And also, who is your favorite young multi-million-dollar star? I want to hear your thoughts, so get chatting in the comment section below. Also, while you're down there leaving comments, why not subscribe to Clevver News if you haven't before? It's the best way to stay in the loop with all the latest in entertainment news. Hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell to be notified the second we post a new Clevver News update. And you can catch up on everything you missed right over here. I'm Susan Morad. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you later. Bye, guys.